Welcome to today's random adventure.
Good morning.
We are doing something I've wanted to do for a solid 20 years. When I first came to Arizona, it was for college, and I moved to Flagstaff, Arizona. I was going to school up there, and there's a somewhat real mountain there. Compared to where we're going today, that's a big mountain.
Yeah.
Then there's Sunrise Ski Resort, which is also sort of a big mountain. But if you are used to skiing Mammoth, Tahoe, Utah, anywhere in Colorado, none of those are
It's a token place to
serious
ski.
mountains. Where we're at today is the most token place to ski. It is the southernmost ski resort in the Northern Hemisphere, I believe. Definitely in the United States.
Yeah.
Tucson's Mount Lemmon Ski Valley. I have always meant to come up and do this. Once I transferred from Flagstaff to University of Arizona here in Tucson, you get more into mountain biking and dirt bikes and desert racing and all the stuff you see us do very often. So I pretty much stopped snowboarding, and we do a family trip maybe every year or something like that. But I always meant to come up here and ski.
And it doesn't happen very often that you get the chance to have enough snow.
True. So it's just a neat novelty. I hope there's enough snow. We got a ton last week.
Yep.
So we're really hoping that it's still open. I checked online. It seems to be open, but they don't even sell tickets online. You have to buy them in person. So there's like no technology. The webcams made it look like the runs still have snow.
So we'll see.
Either
way, it's a beautiful drive up here, and it'll be nice and cool up at the top. So
yeah, either way, it's a fun little driving adventure to go to the top of Mount Lemmon.
Yep.
I really hope that we actually get to go up there and ski. So we will keep you posted.
We'll see you at the top of the mountain.
We'll see you at the top of the mountain if we get there.
Hey there, I'm Kelsey, that's Tim, and this is the story of our adventure. Life is fleeting, and we want to squeeze every bit out of it. We are wandering the world, so home is a bit of a moving target for us. We love finding the random, the remote, and sharing it all with you. So subscribe to get lost with us and hopefully find some inspiration to go after your own dreams.
Mama said what you wanna be when you grow up doesn't matter that much as long as you're tough. Mama said what you wanna be when you grow up doesn't matter that much as long as you're tough.
all right, made it.
We made it. I do see snow on the mountain. That's a plus.
Yes.
There's probably 50 cars in the parking lot, so it is a packed day at the mountain.
Busy.
I'm glad I didn't try and come up on the day it snowed. It would have been much better snow, but I think all of Tucson wants to come up for the novelty of trying to have like a powder day and, on the mountain next to Tucson.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can buy some tickets.
Bad driving going on around
There's some
here.
horrible driving going on around here.
It's pretty up here.
It's pretty. Let's go see if we can buy a ticket.
You'll find out.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, hello. I'm the guy with the selfie stick snowboarding. So there's Kelsey down there. Can't believe it. First time on Mount Lemmon skiing. Checking off a lot of boxes this end of 2022, hiking Picacho Peak and now snowboarding. I'm so stoked. I can't believe I've waited this long to do it. So if we carry this momentum throughout the rest of the year, it'll be a good year. It's funny, I was just going to talk about growing up snowboarding, skiing first, and we were super all about moguls and going fast and like competing, My brother and I were very competitive with each other, so I was very shy, was bullied and picked on as a kid, and the way I sort of spoke up was to be good at things. And I think it's a lot because of my brother. Him and I were so competitive with one another, brutally actually, that we would get good at something, and then that's where I'd let my skill do the talking, I guess. I'm not bragging because I was once pretty good. I am not now. 7 years since I've snowboarded. At least, could be 8. We did a trip to Park City 7 years ago. I had been dating Kelsey for a year or two. I was going to also mention my snowboard. So as a kid, you would get a new snowboard, every other year, something like that. And we'd pay for it ourselves. We always had jobs growing up, but of course we weren't paying like a mortgage as a kid. And so you'd spend that money on a new snowboard or a new surfboard or a new wakeboard or something like that. And so this board is one made by LibTech. Mervyn Manufacturing, I think, is the company that makes LibTechs. And then this one pro at the time called Jamie Lynn, his art was amazing. He was an amazing pro rider. And once I rode one of his boards, that was just mine. So I've had a lot of the Jamie Lynn boards. This one's at least 20 years old. I had a kid at that trip in Park City in like 2014 say that it was a classic. And so it was a classic then, and now jump forward, 8 years. So I love this board, but it is certainly a classic. So maybe one of these days I'll be able to rent something. I see the guy in front of me's got a LibTech board too. So yeah, I love it. This is neat. Silly, but neat. And the snow looks fine. This looks as good as Snow Summit to me. It's not as big a mountain. There's not much vertical here. I think it's 750, 800 feet of vertical, which if you're from like Whistler or from Mammoth or Tahoe or wherever, you're laughing at that. But visually, snow-wise, mountain looks a lot like Snow Summit. And it doesn't look slushy. I mean, I know it's not dry powder, but it doesn't look horrible. So I didn't even put gloves on. It's that warm. I'm just wearing a rain jacket over a t-shirt. Beautiful Tucson ski day.
Okay, so while we wait for Tim to go down, I'll show you there's this cool little patio, and it is really nice out actually today. So not a bad place to sit and watch people go down the hills and look at this cute little like ski resort that most of the time doesn't have any snow. Super nice in the sun at least, so I'm enjoying just sitting here watching everyone go down the slope. I got snacks and yeah, it's pretty dang pleasant right now. Kind of cool to see snow.
Not bad. Looking down at little old Tucson over there. I've been up here so many times hiking. I guess it was about time. So far, status of the snowboard is everything seems to work, but the real test will be in a minute here. Going. I haven't looked at a map of the mountain really. So I think we should just cut in. I don't want to go all the way to the easy way. So we'll just cut into one of these. How about this one? Oh, first 2 or 3 turns in 7 years. Feel pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, so that was fun. Snow is fantastic. Not powder day, not steep and deep, but it's not crusty. So you can hear, if you're a skier, but if you're not, you can hear that crumbly sound. The snow's giving way, but it's not that chattery stuff. And that's what I was expecting. I was either expecting ice chatter or the kind of snow where you can't even keep the board moving. It's so sticky and wet. This is amazing. $59.
bright out here, but pretty awesome.
Enough selfie. I'm just gonna have fun now. Hello. Yeah, it was amazing. Just in summary, that was perfect. 59 bucks. I didn't feel like that. So that's half day. Starts at 12:30. But you could spend the whole day up there, but the snow was fine. It was only slushy on a cat track in one spot. None of those water pools, if you grew up going to Big Bear or some of the Southern California mountains, there were literal like pools of slushy water. You had to like gun it through and lean back, and none of that. It was nice actually, and the cat tracks were fast. And then the snow on any of the actual runs was great. It was that perfect in between when it's no longer icy, so it's not hard and crusty and you're not chattering as you're turning, but also not slushy. So it was that kind of perfect in between there. It was great. And honestly, for 59 bucks and with how out of shape I am, especially like ski shape where your legs feel like they're gonna explode, I wouldn't want to do any more than half a day. I was pretty wiped. And so I probably did, what do you think, 20 something runs?
Yeah, probably.
And you know, I could have done, it's 3, the mountain closes at 4, I believe, 4 or 4:30, the lift stops, I think 4.
Probably.
I could have done 5 more maybe.
Yeah.
But you get to that point in the day, and if you ski a lot, or you grew up skiing, you know what I mean, where you start to wonder, is this when you're gonna get hurt? And I remember that feeling as kids, and I remember the dads even getting it wrong and saying, all right, I'm really tired, we'll do one more. And I remember on that last run, I even yelled at Kelsey, because I knew she's waiting, so I didn't want to make her wait, even though I know she's good with me going as many times as I want, she was saying, right?
Yeah, no,
But-
I was having fun just watching and hanging
But
out.
I also just, you know, you do feel bad. Someone else is waiting and you're having fun. So I was like, one more. And I thought, you idiot. You idiot. Why did you say one more? Because it's always when we've done that my brother and I, we do the same jump in the park or the same whatever it might be. And that time it is just like the butt breaker when you land and you have that pain that like shakes your whole body.
Yeah.
Or back in the day, no one wore helmets back then, so you'd hit your head really hard and be like, oh, I don't feel so good. So I'm really glad that I did all my runs and I got out while I still had a little energy left.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah.
it's
What
cool.
a neat thing to be able to come up here and experience and
Yeah.
do.
And I've been up here. It's funny in the Instagram stories. I was like, I haven't been up here. I haven't been up here to ski. This is the first time I've ever skied here. I've been up on this mountain many, many times. Dirt bikes, 4x4s, whatever, sports cars up and down the front road. But to come up and actually finally do the thing,
Yeah.
you know, so cool. And to know that right now I'm looking at San Manuel, Cascabel, where we found the FJ40 Tonto, and it's probably what, 75 there today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're surrounded by, I'd say 2 feet of snow. It's not a ton, but it's, you know, a decent amount for up here. And then we'll be back around Saguaros pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
pretty,
cool.
It is crazy.
So yeah, totally worth it. 59 bucks. I mean, come on. These days prices are so crazy. That's one of the reasons we haven't done a lot of skiing, is when you're saving to do a trip around the world in your truck, you know, a $200 day per person, and then rental gear if she's renting, you just go, what? And then your lodging, unless you're sleeping in the truck, is insane. So this is perfect.
Yeah. No, it's cool. So thanks for coming along on a random thing to do
Up
in
next,
Tucson.
more random adventures from Tim and Kelsey.
Yep. See you next time.